Hello again, Hanover. My name is Charlie. I work at Wikibase Solutions. I gave a few presentations yesterday, and one of them was a talk about OpenCSP and creating a knowledge base for it. What I'm going to talk about now is about a project using Semantic MediaWiki as a content management system. And basically, the basis for this, again, is OpenCSP, but I'm not prominently saying that in this presentation, but it is. So just for the people that do not know what a CMS is, think about, perhaps you know WordPress or those kind of CMS systems. So it's a content management system that lets users easily create, edit, publish, basically without technical knowledge, manage media. So when you upload something, you define it, you give it some tags, etc., etc. So it's easily findable and reusable. And you can organize the content of your pages in categories and give it structures. It also has version control, access control, and kind of workflows. It just guides the user on how to create content for your website. Why would you do that? Well, for some it's obvious, but it just some 4 bullet points. It's easy collaboration. You got a workflow that you use to publish your content. You can easily reuse content and also keep it consistent. The idea is you create sort of templates that you use to fill up a certain type of page. And then you just bring in that template, you fill it in, and the page has the same look as another page in the same category, basically. And we have some customers that we, of course, build websites for them, but some customers really like to have an easy way of creating content. So the challenge within creating a CMS using MediaWiki. Well, MediaWiki is powerful, but, well, Wikipedia is not really like a CMS, is it? So it's not really meant to be doing things like a CMS. So there's no native concept of having a draft page. And once the draft is done, somebody else looks at it and says, yeah, well, this is right, and then you publish it, and then it's available for the public. Also, managing page layouts and designs, it can be done, but it's pretty technical, especially when you have a CMS. A product pages might look different than other types of pages. Contact page or whatnot might have different, well, styling perhaps not, but perhaps the layout of the page is different. And of course, media assets, they are hard to organize. You can upload media to MediaWiki, but then have it as a management system as well. That's not easy. And of course, workflows and permissions, they are very, very basic. And again, it's a wiki, so it feels like a wiki and not really a CMS. So those are basically the challenges that you come across. Actually, now I just noticed that I'm really doing old school PowerPoint presentation here, but oh well. Continuing. So can OpenCSP help? Well, actually, yes. If you've seen the presentation yesterday about building a knowledge base, it's basically the same, well, some aspects of it. Because we can create class definitions, which is basically a kind of a page type. But you can do that for the different kind of content. If you have project pages, they might look different than your product pages. All those kind of things. But you can define them, so as soon as you start using a product page, it will always look the same as all the other product pages, except for, the images and the text, of course. But you have consistency. What you can also do with OpenCSP, have specific CSS and JavaScript for a specific class definition. So have extra functionality. If you have like a contact page, you might have a JavaScript that checks the form before it's submitted. I don't know. There can be a lot of things. And of course, we can do different page layouts per class definition or per page type, whatever you want to call it. We can already, because the way OpenCSP is built up, we already have a header and a footer. So the only thing we need to do is show people how to edit the header or footer. We can create assets management because FlexForm allows you to actually add tags or information or templates to a specific file that you're uploading. So the file can then be tracked. So you've got a kind of a management system. We got Wikisearch with OpenCSP. Now, Wikisearch is not only just a really great search, but it also can create lists, overviews, dashboards, and I'll show you that in a minute. We want semantics. Well, we've got Semantic MediaWiki with OpenCSP. And again, as I just mentioned, we can create overviews, dashboard lists, but the overviews can also have actions in them. So I'll show you that in a sec. So that's what we can already do. You still need to set it up, but we can do that with OpenCSP. What else? Well, OpenCSP gives us all the things that I just mentioned in the previous slide, but we still need access control, roles control. We want to have an intuitive front end, right? It should be intuitive. Some things should be done by JavaScript so the page doesn't reload, or you should get a pop-up, or so all sort of things. And of course, if it's a public website, you want good search engine optimization. So we want an overall search engine optimization for the whole website, but you should also be able to adjust that per page. And that we could use the Wiki SEO extension for. And if you have forms that people can fill in, you want to have reCAPTCHA. Well, reCAPTCHA comes with FlexForm. So we should be good to actually create a CMS. Well, we actually started working on that a while ago. And basically, we took our own website as a proof of concept, basically. Now, I was going to do a live demonstration, but it said that, if you're presenting remotely, it's better not to do that. So I'm doing it by screenshots. Okay, so this is a page on our website. It's a developer log. We have a lot of them. And this is just how to create a newsletter with FlexForm. This is how the page looks when a normal user, a visitor, an anonymous visitor visits our website and goes to this developer page. Now, if I would have been logged in to the website, because this is MediaWiki, right? It doesn't look like a MediaWiki website, but it is. This is a completely MediaWiki website. If I'm logged in, and I'm logged in as an admin, so I get the admin bar there, the admin links extension, that is. You see the top there, it's changed a little bit. And I got an edit button. Now, if I were to click on the edit button, we actually get in a complete new view. And we took WordPress as a kind of a guide to guide us on how to set up this content management system, because that is what WordPress is. So on the left, you got a menu that's basically for the admins. On the right, you've got draft information, you've got information about the developer log itself, and in the middle, the content. So we divide everything. The content is the content. So somebody creating the content is just focused on creating the content, and all the metadata and everything that's connected to this developer page, it's on the right. And this screenshot is it shows a little bit the bottom part, and here you can see as well that we have SEO per page. So what we've done here is it'll take the name of the developer log, so create a newsletter, and it will fill it in as a title and some description it will take from the first paragraph. But if you click on edit, you can actually just edit everything and change it. Here's a little bit more zoomed in, the SEO part, if I click on edit. So basically every single functionality that the Wiki SEO extension has, we can just edit it using a form, which of course is awesome, so people don't have to, edit sources or whatnot. This is what you want with a CMS. And this is the other part that was on the top. So you've got the information about the draft. You can publish it and unpublish it, update it. But you can also see, oh, this is actually a part of a product page. Sorry, I see that now. But you can see that the product page actually has a specific styling. So for the product pages, we wanted to have, well, more CSS styling because we had to do different things with the product pages. Then if on the left side click on pages, I get wiki search again. I've shown you wiki search, and it does really look like a search bar, doesn't it? Search, but we have some different facets on the left side. But the results are pretty interesting here, because we can easily see if a page is published, yes or no, but actually we have actions on pages as well. And that's the good thing about the combination with Wikisearch and FlexForm. You can just create a FlexForm behind one of those buttons and have a form where you need to fill in things or whatnot. So that's pretty powerful. So basically what this does is you have Wikisearch, and you tell Wikisearch that every result that you get, you put it through a template. And with the template, we do a lot of magic, including adding forms and stuff. This is the page overview again, and on the right top, perhaps I can show that with the previous one, you got a box here, new draft. So if you click that, you can easily create a new page. So you type a title, and then you say what page type it should be. Should it be a project page? Should it be an author's page? Should it be a developer log? And those page types are defined, right? Every page type knows what it needs to have for metadata to be able to create a nice looking page when it's live. Here are a few page types. So we've got articles, author, developer logs, but also again, with the Wikisearch running it through a template, all the search results, we can create nice overviews. You can actually see, do we have a specific sidebar? Do we have specific styles? We can also create overviews. There's a lot of things that we can do from this, and that's what you want for a CMS, right? You want to be able to manage all your content without having to be technical. And here's an example of the digital assets. So again, on the top right, we've got a new asset that allows us to add new assets. And we can also have the facets that are related to the assets. So if we upload a new asset, we can say it's an image or it's an SEO image, and it's for Wikibase, it's for the website, or it's for a demo or whatnot. And then you can manage it and can easily find it again. If you're creating an article and you want to find an image that is free, that we own, and we can just use, you can just really easily look it up and then add it to your article. Here's some templates overview that we call them, I think WordPress calls them templates as well. That's why we choose the word template. So it's not really a template like in MediaWiki, but basically it's like predefined content that you can just easily add inside your article or whatever page you are making. So we can see a project card, and then we also have an article inquiry form, which you can't really see it, but it's a form that people can use to contact us. And I think this is already the last slide, but I wanted to show you this as well, because I mentioned that Wikisearch can create dashboards or lists or overviews. Now this is a really nice one. I mentioned that we can add SEO to every specific page. Well, for our main website, pages like products or projects or whatnot are very important. So you want to make sure that the SEO is set correctly for those pages. Otherwise, Google might pick up the wrong information or, those kind of things. So we created, if we click on SEO, we can actually see per page if there's an SEO title, a description, some keywords, and an image, which is what the four most important ones. Because if I would go to this page, and I would take the URL and paste it in Slack or WhatsApp or whatnot, then the description, the title, and the image will be shown in most cases. So you want to make sure that that is all set. And now we've got a quick overview where we know, all right, okay, we still need to work on these, but this is called test or article. So I can already see that it's not very important. And what would have been a good thing is if we had another column here with if it's published, yes or no, because if it's not published, then don't bother. But you can then easily check if somebody wrote a new article or a new product page or whatnot, or developer log. We can easily check, did he make sure that everything regarding search engine optimization is done. So yeah, I hope that this will show you that MediaWiki is very powerful, especially if you put some tools on it, which is also open source, the OpenCSP package basically, which is just some extensions, some templates, and some Lua functions. But it gives you the opportunity to create like a solid data management system, and with some extra styling. And if you're like, if you're able to do that, you can make it look like this and actually create a CMS. So yes, that's what I wanted to show you. I don't know if there's any more questions, perhaps.
Perfect. Thank you. Look into the room. Oh yeah, I see applause immediately. Maybe that precedes the question. Any questions? Okay. Once again, no questions. The usual. We then proceed to the applause while I switched over to Jimmy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye, Hannah.